If you're like me, you hate having a schedule. You like living moment to moment and being in the present. Scheduling things out days, weeks, even months out ahead, it used to really annoy me until I found this one simple method, way of thinking that taps into an ancient vibration principle that allowed me to reorganize the way I live my life. And that led me to rapidly shifting my identity. In this video, we're going to talk about your rhythm of existence and why it's so important to create such a rhythm and how these ancient laws and everything ties into it. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Your schedule, like how do you spend your time? I mean, that's something I really never really put much thought into. I would, friends would invite me out, I'd go hang out. I knew I had to get my homework done when I was going through school. I'd just do my homework, or I'd go to work, I'd be scheduled. I was always on someone else's schedule. That's the other thing I realized is I was always on someone else's schedule. All of our shifts at work when I was a paramedic were scheduled for us. Worked 4 days on, 4 days off. That was kind of a rhythm that I was in. And not a good one, because of course there's night shifts, added in there, which I don't ever recommend any of you work night shifts. It's probably the worst thing you could do physically and probably even spiritually for your body. How you manage your time, like time is a finite. The time we get here on this planet is finite, right? We get a certain amount of this time, and we get a certain amount of time to learn lessons in life, experience life, and become. I think we're all on a quest to become, whether we realize it or not, realize who we are at a soul level, and perhaps even learn some lessons along the way before we part ways and go back into, the infinite expansive awareness that is beyond this lifetime. And of course, how we spend our time actually dictates our identity and who we get to become on a day-to-day basis. This is like the ultimate freedom that you have. And I never really liked putting my time into a box because I felt that was limiting me. It was limiting me from being that creative, expressive, spontaneous version of myself. And there's something about it that just icked me. But, thinking deeper about it, it actually ties in with people managing your time. And I think a lot of times when we have things scheduled for us, that's what icks us. That's what gives us that gross feeling of like, I don't want to have a schedule, is because it's the idea of power and control. Having someone having power over you and scheduling things for you, whether it's your school schedule, your class schedule, your work schedule, whatever it may be. You are in a rhythm, where you like it or not, but you're in a rhythm under someone else's own power. You're existing for someone else's existence. And there's a famous quote somebody had said to me that always rings true, and it's, if you don't have a plan, someone else will have a plan for you. When I heard that, if you don't have a plan, someone else will have a plan for you, I thought, if you don't build your own rhythm of existence, then someone else will create your rhythm of existence for you, and you'll be existing for someone else. So there's an ancient principle, the Hermetic principle, called the principle of rhythm. And the principle of rhythm suggests that everything gyrates in cycles, goes up and down, and goes up and down. Right? It's like a pendulum swinging back and forth. Now, when you build your rhythm of existence, which is your schedule, how you want to spend your time in your day, like time is the most precious resource that you have, more precious than money, because time will allow you to create infinite amounts of money, but money will never allow you to create infinite amounts of time. So the principle of rhythm dictates everything flows out and in, everything has its tides, all things rise and fall, and the pendulum swing manifests in everything. Rhythm compensates. Rhythm is dictated either by us or by those around us, but it is inevitable that there'll be a rhythm to your life. There'll be ups and downs to your life, and you, my friend, have the power to control it. How you want to live this existence, right? So when I realized this, I was like, okay, this is one of the most empowering things actually that you could do, is to build your time out, especially your free time. Like, you might be working a job or something where someone's planned that time for you. But after, when you're off work, when you have that time, you can plan it to literally shift your identity. And how you're spending your time is who you are being. The minute you change your schedule, the minute you actually go through hour by hour, or even half an hour block by half an hour block throughout your whole day, and plan it out so you're accountable at every moment of your day for something that you should be doing, and integrating in what I call a stack, a sequence of practices that make you a better human being, that help you build that dream business, that help you turn that side hustle into your main gig, that help you, get through school so you can enjoy the things that you want to do, to maybe pick up a hobby or sport to unwind. Keep yourself accountable to these things, and you will build a rhythm of existence, and you will rapidly shift your identity. Because remember, how you spend your time is who you are being. And if you're thinking about starting a business, if you're thinking about that hobby that you've always wanted to do, if you're thinking about going out and maybe cultivating some time to form a relationship, to invite somebody new in your life, then the rhythm of existence is the way to approach this. And this is not a schedule, because a schedule is something that is dictated to you. That's how I feel. That kind of icks me out, right? It's things you're scheduled to do things. That is kind of like a master-slave relationship. The rhythm of existence is your time, your power, and you are fully autonomous and a full agency over this time to create who you want to be. And the minute you integrate this into your rhythm of existence, then that is the moment where you actually will shift. In that moment, you're living as someone else now, right? But here's the thing. Who we become in the present is determined by when we start adhering to a regular rhythmic way of living. By creating a morning stack. I wake up every morning. I take my dog for a walk with my girlfriend. I get up before the sun gets up. I joke around every morning. I say, I'm not watching the sun rise. The sun is going to watch me rise. And I'm going to go for a walk. I see the sun rise, and the sun actually gives off radiant energy in the morning, and you're able to actually do some sun gazing, and it actually activates part of your mind, your pineal gland, when you're stimulated by that kind of light. And that's just such an amazing way to start your day. And when you get back home, I'll go and take a quick cold shower. That gets me right into my own body. I'm an empath, so I'm always up here in my head, highly analytical. Even though I always preach on this channel, we're trying to get to the right side of the mind, be more creative, be more infinite and expansive. But I do the cold shower in the morning that helps me get in my own body. Quick cold shower. Then, shortly after that, is a 30-minute meditation. That's my morning stack. That gets me primed for an incredible day. And you'll see how your mood shifts when you create a little stack, even a mini rhythm of existence that you do rhythmically every day. All things rise and fall. All things have tides, right? And so if you start your day off on a high note, how does that set you up for the rest of your day? How you do one thing is how you do all things. And if you start your day, getting one thing done right away, like you make your bed, even such a small thing, it subconsciously tells your mind that, you're in productivity mode. You're in get shit done mode. That is, my friend, your rhythm of existence. Like I said earlier in the video, the schedule thing was not for me, but I do realize if we don't take ownership of our time and plan it carefully in a way that's shaping us and moving us towards a new identity, then this reality, the machine, the matrix, will take your time, right? We live in a day and age where we have these cell phone devices, with computers, we have, probably 5,000-10,000 different ads a day. There's no way you're going to be focused and get to shift into that identity of who you want to be by just thinking you want to be that or intending you want to be that. It's not enough. But create this rhythm of existence. Start with a little morning stack. That's what I say. Start with a little stack of 3, 4, 5 things that you do that set you up for the rest of the day. And when you have your time off work, use that precious time to, schedule in everything that you need to get done, to be the version of you that you've been wanting to be for years. Envision that person. What would that person be doing with this free time? And schedule it into the here and now. And not only will you be living in the present moment, you'll be living as a person you've always believed you could be. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.